All right, we're back in the Chief's office down here at the Chief's Pit with Mark Petty and Richie Petty. Going over some old racing cards, trading cards and stuff. And I'm looking around and seeing people posting different stuff. And there's a lot of what they call rare cards out there.
Yeah.
And the Richard Petty card from 72 STP. And I got a Buddy Baker one somewhere, but I can't find it. But this was a small set of cards, and that's supposed to be a rare set. Right?
STP put them out.
Yeah, 72, and that's supposed to be like a Richard Petty rookie card. So it's pretty rare. And then the Myrtle Beach Max set from '88, unsealed. That's supposed to be a rare set.
Well, that's when the trading cards really started taking off again, right?
Right in there, yeah.
Right.
But the Earnhardt card, because he wasn't in the first batch that's working it out. That card's probably one of the rarest ones out there, most valuable, because it came in on the second printing. But you got a Myrtle Beach set and a Charlotte set. We can get into other card sets. I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there, but that's another episode.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
I mean, I know all you card guys are going to know everything about this, but we got a lot of stuff. But we've been involved in trading cards. Our company, Maurice Petty Associates, had a side company, MPA Promotions. So we did cards for the Food Line set and the Petty Racing family. We did those. But Daddy goes back a little bit further, right?
Yep.
To the Winter Circle set. And I got this letter here that they sent out to all participants and all. And I ain't gonna read the whole letter, but at the last paragraph there it says, Maurice Chief Petty has been invaluable assistance in the endeavor, as well as giving many hours of his times and talents to the creation of these cards. And then this goes on and on. But we've got the original contracts for everybody here. And Daddy was the one that went out to these people and assured them that it wasn't made to make money. It was a giveaway.
Well, to give a little history, the Winter Circle was the Winter Circle Auto Parts.
Right.
Mr. Shackelford out of Kinston, North Carolina.
Daddy went to work for him.
Daddy went to work for him.
86.
And so, what year was this? 88, 87?
This was 89 card set, but Daddy was working on 89.
But
88,
but what Mr. Shackelford was doing was, it was during the Reagan era
Mm-hmm.
when Nancy Reagan was big on the Say No to Drugs.
Right.
And so he started his Say No to Drugs campaign.
Right.
And that's what these were, giveaways to bring awareness to
You'd
Say No.
They'd go to a racetrack, and I think it started at Richmond in 89. They'd give out 5 cards per racetrack. So if you went to that racetrack, you could get the 5 cards. Then you'd go to Rockingham and get another 5. But it was all in individual packs. You couldn't get the whole set. Made it very valuable to get the whole set. And it was hard to get it. The people that were involved, the people, we got these binders. And everybody, family that signed up got a binder. And that made these very rare because there was only a certain amount of these.
Right, and they got the whole set.
Right, so you got a whole set. But the individual card collectors had to go to each race to get the...
and they had a little trailer set up.
Right, and I got some pictures of that somewhere. But they'd get the 5 cards and all that. But anyway, here's the contracts everybody signed. And Daddy, he was the one that went and called these people because they trusted him. Daddy was a man of his word. And when he would tell them, hey, we're not making money on this, this is a giveaway, he assured them that his whole lifetime he would never sell these cards, and he never did. He's a man of his word. I have to vouch for the man. And here's one like here. This is the original signatures, like Wendell and Jim Pascal and people like that. And it has the raised the seal, like for the notary. So these are valuable themselves, right? So,
absolutely.
Well, anyway, we're going to talk about today. We could talk about this set, and we could do this another time. But that's a good lead into it. We're going to talk about the most rarest card that you probably never heard of.
In this whole,
Right.
Yeah.
So, in '88, we were putting all this together. And this is grandfather's contract with the Winter Circle program. And if you look through here, we had the board of directors for the Winter Circle Drug Awareness, Bobby Labonte, Morgan Shepherd, Bill Frazier, people like that were all on this
Mickey
board.
York, yeah.
Mickey York. A lot of racers and all. So it was a little bit of a board.
And those were people who were sponsored by
Winter Circle Auto Parts,
right?
Exactly. But anyway, I forgot about this, but I was the witness for grandfather, and Daddy was the agent for Winter Circle, Lee, and I was the witness. That's kind of a neat.
That's real neat.
And it's raised too, so that's pretty neat. But anyway, back to what I was going to say. Lee was the #1 card in this set. And during this time from 88 November that they put these cards out, they hadn't printed the whole set yet. They were still pending because NASCAR hadn't given approval for the name NASCAR on this card set. So Daddy had went and talked to Jim Foster and went to Bill Jr. and all that, and had meetings with them and assuring them that this was a giveaway, it was a good deal, not making money on
Not for profit.
Right. So it wasn't until January 30th of '89 NASCAR gave their approval. Jim Hunter has passed along the information provided to the Winter Circle program, blah blah blah. You can use our logo, Jim Foster. So that was when the okay come from NASCAR. Well, before this had happened, here's the packing list. This is January 1st. This is January 30th. January 1st, they already sent some promo cards out. Well, the first promo cards that come out, Lee Petty #1, because they had to start printing them. No NASCAR. Career highlights. After the approval from NASCAR, and you see here on the bottom, NASCAR career highlights. But what makes this card so valuable, there was only 100 of them printed. Here's the invoice that when they sent them in here. And this was before the approval. So this wasn't part of the original set because it was like a promo card. And Daddy gave grandfather some, and he went around and passed them out. Oh, he was proud because it was like his rookie.
I do remember that.
It was his rookie card. So people would get them. They didn't know what they had because nobody knew what this was going to lead into. So he handed out some and different ones. And some of them got mixed up in the first sets at Richmond. So lucky fans out there got to know NASCAR because it got mixed in with the first batch because of all this coming on. Well, 100 were printed. We have a few. I can't tell you where the rest of them are at.
Right, well they got
That's
passed
what I'm
out.
saying.
Yeah.
Grandfather handed them out, and people getting them at the racetracks. As far as I'm concerned, people probably got them and put them in their bicycles and stuff and throw them
Yeah,
away.
they have, yeah.
So, anyway, that's a little history of the Lee Petty No NASCAR card. Now,
So if anybody out there's got one,
yeah, let us know.
Let us
Yeah.
know. It'd be cool.
But, I mean, we got a couple still that Daddy had kept.
Well, this whole set's rare in its own, right?
Yeah, the poster, they would hand them out, and then the card sets and the binder. And now, I don't know what it's worth. Now it's probably ain't worth $5 anymore. But
Right.
but
It's worth what somebody give you for it.
90s, it was worth like $1,000 for that whole set. And then with the binder, it was worth a couple of hundred, and with the poster. But I think the most valuable thing for us is we still have our grandfather's rookie card, no NASCAR, but these contracts with all these drivers, because most of them have left us. I guess all of them's probably left us on this.
There's a
But
bunch.
But Wendell had signed it. Jim Pascal had signed it. Pete Hamilton, he got one of him. We got daddies and grandfathers. So, it was.
Well, it was a really neat deal because these guys that had raced in the old days and all, they didn't get as much recognition as some of the modern folks do.
Right.
And it gave them a chance. And people like grandfather, the reason why he was so excited about it was, I guess he grew up with baseball cards.
Right.
And it was during this time was unheard of to have any kind of trading cards that wasn't racing.
Well,
That wasn't baseball.
Right. And then as it got into a little bit further, and I'm not going to get too in depth on it, but the Pro Set come out. That's who we worked with for the Petty family and
the food line.
The food line cards. So Daddy was helpful in getting this set done. He was ahead of his time on the trading cards.
Yeah.
He could see that they were, I guess because like you said, when he was growing up, he really enjoyed trading cards, and he could see where this was an untapped market,
Yep.
right? But then he in '93 or '4 there, he seen that it was getting too played out because you had different companies coming in making special cards. It's like Bobby Labonte's '92 series. You had all the Max sets, they were coming out. Had tracks, the the Trax company sets.
Yeah. Well, the market kind of got flooded.
That's what I was going to say.
Right.
And every individual sponsor was doing their own thing. So then all of a sudden, you had trading cards everywhere.
Yeah.
But so he's seen that, so he got out of it. He backed out of the trading card business. But he was in the 80s and 90s, he was one of the pioneers of that too. Pioneer of racing, pioneer of the cards. But he was really, like I said, it goes back to the Winter Circle deal. People could trust that man because his word was gold, man. So they allowed them, then some of the deceased families allowed him, because through the years, trusting the Petties and trusting Murrays, they allowed them to use their family's name. And he took out, that was one of his proudest things, that people thought that much of him, that he wouldn't go against his word. He never did. I promise you. The man never sold a set of these cards.
Yep. Even when they got real valuable.
Yeah, when they was worth $1,000 a set, he still had a corner of them. He never sold a one, but he was always proud of this whole set because, like you said, it gave recognition to some of the guys that never got it. So, anyway,
but it's a real neat set, and I'm sure you're going to show a good picture of that poster.
Yeah. And then
just to look at, there's just so many unknown names on it.
Right, and it's got good history on it. Gene Granger was helpful in getting all the bios and stuff.
And the stats and stuff,
And Gene was a writer through the years, and he was he was from Spartanburg, so he had all the stats on everybody. And Daddy was big on it. So it was a good group of people working on it. But Maurice, without him, this wouldn't have happened.
Right.
I guarantee it wouldn't happen.
Yep.
Anything else you want to add to it?
No, it's neat looking back on this stuff. Which you was a big part of helping.
Well,
you was out of high school at the time, helping with it.
Well, that's where I got involved with all the pictures and stuff,
yep.
and that's where I got a love of the history, was helping Daddy with this set. So
and all these trading cards, whether it's the Winter Circle set, the Petty Family, or the Food Line set we did, kind of like you said, that was when we started digging through the collection of family pictures, right. and you kept them together, right. And that's why we have a good collection today.
Well, we're real proud of it, and hey, thanks for stopping in. We hope to have some more good stories and everybody coming together. Got some good things coming, I promise you. We got some stuff coming.
Everybody's we're summertime vacation. We're doing what we can.
Yeah. So stay with us, like and subscribe, and thanks a lot.